need one. I'm gonna look one up.
You go ahead and look for your Leprechaun jokes, and I'll hit our magical music to get us officially started.
I wonder how long it'll take me to find a good Leprechaun joke.
Well, hopefully you're not going to steal mine. Well, actually, mine aren't Leprechaun jokes as much as they are St. Patrick's Day jokes.
They still Leprechaun. Why did it pull up Thanksgiving jokes? I think I tried to spell Leprechaun and I spelled Thanksgiving.
Well, you got a jacked up autocorrect.
It's because it doesn't like me today. And I'm gonna find one of them. Oh, I got one.
Good deal. Howdy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bacon in Your Mailbox, Thursday, March 17th, 2022, St. Patrick's Day. Show 148 of Bacon in Your Mailbox.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm Greg Milby, by the way, community storyteller. There's Jana Clark, community fanatic. We're excited today.
Feeling a little fanatical.
Yeah. I mean, you should be today, right? I've got my green on for St. Patrick's. Went upstairs and put this shirt on. Apparently it's shrunk over the last couple of years.
It happened. When you hang that stuff in the closet, you don't wear it very often. It does shrink.
Yeah. I'll figure that out. And then March Madness, March Mayhem is upon us.
This is the necklace I wore last year, I think. It might be the only green necklace I own, and this might be the only day I wear it.
If I go back and look, this may be the shirt that I wore last year on St. Patrick's Day.
My husband has a shirt that says, "This is my green shirt."
I may do that with a race this year and make it a green shirt because I'm not sure I have another green shirt.
I just don't wear a lot of green.
Actually, I think I have one from Silverleaf.
There you go.
That is green. It says "Be the Change." I may have that one, but I think it may be dirty. So.
Oh well.
And now that I publicly said that,
that's what they'd say.
Yeah. Now that I publicly said that, I can't wear that.
We'll bust you out
for March Madness today. Because it is a 4-day national holiday starting today. I know some folks are all about the green beer and the St. Patrick's Day, and that's cool.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Officially a 4-day holiday starting a little bit after noon today and running till after midnight on Sunday.
So I think we've had this conversation before, but I can't remember your answer. Do you fill out one bracket and one bracket only? Like, are you a one bracket guy or are you a multiple bracket guy?
I'm a one bracket guy. Used to be a multi-bracket guy.
Yeah.
And then you could brag about, I picked that game. I picked that game. No. Right. One bracket. And I finished that bracket up about 8:15 this morning.
Wow.
I'm
in your camp, but I do it right as they come out. Before, I don't look anything up. I don't get any stats. I looked over the other night. My husband's looking up who teams had played to get them to the season average that they have. And I was like, that is so cheating. And he was like, you could have done it. And I was like, no.
No, that's research. And that's kind of what I do in a normal year. Now, this year has been a little different. How do you pick
a team you haven't even seen them play this year? I said, well, apparently you're not watching enough college basketball.
I will tell you this year I have not. Normally, if there's a day that ends in Y and we've got the TV on, there's probably a ball game on. I don't know if it's just life and whatever. We haven't watched as much as we normally do. Yeah. And, just to be 100% honest, my team hasn't been enjoyable to watch. So that's
over now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that's over or not. But I did my bracket this morning. Usually I spend all that time researching, putting all that together, and then just thinking about it. And then morning of March Madness, I put it all down. I use whatever knowledge I've put together for that and put it down. So
do you watch the playing games, and do they have any implications? Like, do you let the playing games influence you?
No,
because they're not going to win today anyway. But,
no, I mean they could. I may have made a decision on Notre Dame after last night. I didn't watch all of it, but I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look at my brackets to even see what I picked. I'm not. Okay. I mean, of course, they don't count on your bracket, so that's almost like a free game. So if you were to pick the playing game, you're picking.
I don't count those.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we get further, because I do have something else I want to mention about March Madness. I want to say good morning to Carter Blankenship.
Good morning, Greg.
Can't
The
start a
adult
morning.
Carter Blankenship.
Yeah, I got to get Nadia to do another one with him with his arms crossed.
I do kind of miss the toot at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of our thing. You know what? Matter of fact,
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Greg.
yeah. See, yeah,
I know. It is a good ending.
Yeah.
It is a good ending to the Carter intro. It's part of him, really.
So, first posters of the morning. J.R. Castor is in. Good morning and happy St. Patrick's and NCAA tournament day.
JR knows. He knows.
There's Brian Dennis. I went to see Brian yesterday to officially order the Milby March Mayhem bracket plaques.
Sweet.
And we have two of those. One for the bracket champion.
Okay.
And one for the person who finishes in last place.
Yeah, I'm better at the bricklayer usually than I am at being the winner, and so in our family, the bricklayer gets their money back, and we haven't. Here's the thing: we haven't even decided how much we're putting in. It depends on how my kids are feeling. Some years they're feeling really, kind of sassy, and they're like, everybody's putting $10 in, and then a couple of years ago they were like, well, here's my dollar. I was like, what?
Oh, we're 10. Somebody wanted up it to 20 this year, and it just happened to be the person that won the bracket contest last year.
Did you say the odds aren't really in your favor? So there you go.
No, I thought about it for a second, and I go, you know what? We're going to roll with 10, and everybody puts it in. Of course, the bracket champions plaque goes in the theater room where we watch March Madness.
Right.
Last place goes where it deserves. It goes above the toilet in the bathroom in the basement. And I ordered a plaque that has a spot for their picture. So I get to choose what picture is used.
I sense a trap.
Yeah. Your spidey senses are pretty good.
Yeah.
JR says paper bracket, or do you use an app?
Paper.
Done with paper brackets.
Paper.
I mean, I might print it up, but it's just easier that way.
Yeah.
Good morning, Allison Shepard.
Hello, Miss Allison.
I guess officially at noon today, Allison's son, Dustin, becomes my son for the next 4 days.
Oh, awesome.
That's just been kind of a thing for, I don't know, 8-9 years. It's that way. I mean,
but
we
you're not
adopt
responsible for him. Like, his antics are his own, correct?
Right. He's married now. I'm not responsible at all.
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, that's a true statement. I'm not responsible at all. There's Don Skipworth. I think you can go by Flywheel today and get an amazing glazing beer donut, can't you?
I've had one. They're good.
Are they good?
Thanks to my friend Dawn. Yep.
Good. We had a good time at Flywheel the other day with Jared Butler, State Farm.
Awesome.
We did a good neighbor segment there and got to go behind the scenes. Did you drink green
beer?
We didn't, actually. Did not drink any beer.
They'll have it today.
Yeah. There's my dad.
Hey, Raj.
He came by the other night to get water for the camper because he was down at camp. Yeah. And he came by and he hung around till after 11 o'clock and we watched the play-in games.
Late night.
It was good times.
Roger out on the town. I wonder if he has on green today. Do you think your dad's wearing green today? Be honest.
If it is, it's because he's retired and he hadn't changed his underwear in 5 days. That would be he's been camping. So,
my kids used to do that. You don't know if I'm wearing green or not. And it brought back the times when we did that as kids.
No, that changes. Jeff Proctor says he may need to rethink his bracket. We all rethink that.
Yep. And I just say, I always go with my I don't stew over it. Like, I don't take a lot of time. I go literally with my very first reaction.
That's how you do. Oh, look at there. 5 o'clock tonight, Flywheel.
There you go.
Oh, how about this for an update? Allison says, Doug, I call him Big Sexy. Big Sexy.
Wow.
Doug Shepard.
There you go.
With the Hardin County Cooperative Extension.
The Ag Man.
Man, he may be over. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to make sure the basement is clean. This is going to be a special moment.
You might have to vacuum.
I,
Do you clean it all in the middle of these 4 days? Like, if somebody gets real excited and they throw a bowl of popcorn in the air, does it just stay where it lives until after Monday?
no. So there's a reset every day.
Oh,
That's probably the cleanest the basement is the entire year, or these next few weeks, because we end up, shifting into the next couple of weeks too. But like I have a TV downstairs. I have one TV already set up, another TV ready to go, and then the big TV, and then the TV behind me here is going to come off the wall because that's what it was originally purchased for. And it's going to go in there. So we have all those. And then I'll vacuum, make sure everything looks like it's supposed to, wipe all the seats down, reposition everything in the bar, make sure the bathroom's clean, make sure the fitness room, I moved some weights around so it looks like we actually used it, but
looks
it's pretty
clean. In there today. Yeah.
We've done
You should
that.
put a water bottle and a towel somewhere so it really looks like we're just in there. Yeah. Wait, I got to fix my necklace. I am off.
All right. So back to the way you pick your brackets.
Yeah.
So, and for those that haven't done your brackets yet, this could be a little advice for you. There is some science behind that. I found an article on this, and I put this down in my preparatory work I do for this program.
I have a leprechaun joke. Thank you.
Well, I mean, that's okay. All right. Guess technically that counts for doing prep. So, have you thought about applying some science to your strategy besides, luck?
No, but I'm curious about those that do. So I want to hear this.
So these data scientists from the University of Illinois were asked for some tips on filling out the NCAA tournament bracket.
Okay.
According to the guys who should know, and that's the data numbers people, the best thing to do is to pick who you think will be in the Final Four and winning the national championship and work backwards.
Interesting. I've never done that.
Doing that supposedly gives you a higher bracket score on average than picking the winners of the first round games and continuing in order.
Interesting.
I guess that makes sense because you may not pick a specific upset. Because a 5-12 upset always happens, and the 6-11 does this and does that.
Yep.
It says if you're submitting multiple brackets, starting with the Final Four is still a good strategy, but you should pick some different Final Four teams to boost your chance at that.
See, here's the thing. When I'm watching basketball, I kind of like to know who I'm for because I like to, I don't know why. Like, I feel like I need to have a little bit of skin in the game in order to enjoy, because I'm kind of competitive. I know you don't know that about me, but so I like to know who my team is, even if they're not my team. Like, I like to have a little skin in the game, so to speak.
And that's what's fun. And Dawn says that ESPN needs to do a live interview at our house this week. They should.
They should.
I even have the fancy light here for them if they don't have to bring their light. I got another one over here. So, because
I have fancy light. It's called a window.
We're debating if this is the 10th year or the 11th year, but we're going to go with 10th year so we can call it a decade of madness.
Love it. Love it.
So, but yeah, it's fun stuff, but they should.
Also, how often does the Final Four land in April? Does that happen often, or have I just not paid attention?
I think the championship game, I think it does a lot.
Okay.
I always think the championship game is usually that first weekend in April.
Okay. See, so I just don't pay attention. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong. I know you're shocked by that, but I could be wrong.
It's those marketing people that like to call it March Madness because April Madness just doesn't have the same ring to it.
So do you even know where March Madness came from?
No.
Well, again, preparing for this show, I did some research on that. But you have a leprechaun joke.
I do.
So H.V. Porter is an official with the Illinois High School Association.
Okay.
All right. Later, member of the Basketball Hall of Fame. Was the first person to use March Madness to commemorate a basketball tournament. This guy was a gifted writer, He published an essay named March Madness in 1939, and in 1942, he used the phrase in a poem called Basketball Ides of March.
Well, there you go.
Now, through the years...
Not my table.
Yeah. So through the
Sorry.
years, the use of March Madness picked up steam, especially in Illinois and other parts of the Midwest. And during this time, it was used most exclusively in reference to the state high school basketball tournaments there. Now, in 1977, the IHSA, the Illinois High School Association, published a book about its tournament titled March Madness. Now, how did it end up being something that we used in college basketball around here? Well, some Brent Musburger, you know that guy's name?
I do.
You know, he had worked for many years in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh,
prior,
so he knew the Illinois route. Yeah.
Yep. Prior to joining CBS, and he popularized the term during the annual basketball tournament. And apparently they got into a big battle about it. There was a trademark battle. There was a lawsuit.
I'm not surprised.
And IHSA was like, yo, hey, it's ours. NCAA is like, tough luck. Brent Musburger gave it to us.
Wow.
And they went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And finally, the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals said, yo, hey, we're going to do something unique. Dual trademark.
Really?
Yeah. So they both actually have that trademark.
Wow.
How about that for a history lesson?
I think that referee was it a referee? Is that what you said? An official? I think he should get tickets to every NCAA tournament game forever.
He should. Now, he wrote the essay in 1939 and 1942. I'm going to guess, I'm not going to say that, but I'm not really sure that he's still here.
All right. Well, they should put a little cardboard cutout in a chair for him.
They should. Now, H.V. Porter may not be around, but Shane Crutcher's here. Hey.
Shane Crutcher, I bet he's got his bracket done. He probably had it done early.
Oh, I can guarantee you who he's got winning the national championship, too.
Who?
The boys in blue.
The boys in blue.
Do you have Kentucky winning at all?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. Oh, so now we're keeping secrets on this show. After all this time together, 148 episodes.
No, I don't.
Over 2 years. Over 2 years. Okay. Okay.
But I have them doing well.
Okay. I'm again, no judgment on this show.
Right. Way to call me out, Greg.
You know what? I didn't pick Louisville to win it all either.
That would be a little hard. Listen, I was joking with some Louisville friends, and I was like, so Kentucky plays Thursday and Saturday. Now, when does Louisville play? And I got told I was number one.
We have pickup games going on all day today at the gym. You know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Did you see the social media meme that said Tom Brady must hate college basketball? I've been laughing about that all week.
No, my favorite meme about Tom Brady is about gas prices. Even Tom Brady had to come out of retirement because he couldn't fill up his tank.
For real.
Oh, can we talk about the guy that bought the foot? Have you heard about the football?
Yeah, so he bought it because he thought it was Tom Brady's last ball, and now it's not, so it's being devalued or something?
So this guy at an auction paid $500 and some odd $1,000 for Tom Brady's final touchdown of his career. Now, that was on Saturday. I think it might have been even Saturday night. And then Tom Brady comes out on Sunday and says he's not retiring. Is there like a window that you can, I changed my mind, or can you stop the check? Do you sue them? I mean, what do you do? Because you spent over $500,000 on a Tom Brady football. That's it's not even worth $50,000 now.
I think that the world should shame Tom Brady into making that guy whole and letting him keep the ball. And it could be the last ball for Tom Brady, but Tom Brady pays him back. That's what I think should happen. No one asked me, by the way, but.
Well, thanks for asking with me too, because I'm going to tell you, here's what I think about that. If you spent over $500,000 on a football.
You're going to say it's your own fault.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's your own fault because the
I knew
football
it.
is not worth $500,000. If you do that and you had spent that much money, that's on you. Now, if it's for a charity, good for you. But if it's just you being greedy, hoping that 20 years down the road or
So
6
who
years down
auctioned
the
it
road,
off? Who did he pay?
I'm sure it was some big fancy auction company that got a 10% buyer's premium, probably.
Yeah, probably. Crazy.
I just think if I buy a bottle of bourbon and I pay more than it's worth,
Yes.
and I drop that bottle of bourbon, it's on
Your
me.
fault.
Part of it.
But what if that distiller came out of retirement and decided to distill one more time, and you thought you had the last bottle from that specific distiller who had been the best distiller in the world, master distiller?
Most likely, I bought that bottle as an investment knowing that the price would go up. Now,
But it's not, because it was not the last one.
Exactly. That was a risk. It's just like the stock market.
So it's your fault.
You know, with Edward Jones, J.R. Castor, almost said J.R. Neighbors.
Rolls off the tongue now, doesn't it?
Yeah. So if J.R. invests my money and it doesn't make money, do I go back to J.R. and say I want my money back because I didn't make any money?
Well, you will now, probably, after this whole fiasco.
I'm cheap. I'm frugal, but I'm not that. Look, he paid over $500,000. He knew at some point that was going to be worth $600,000, or he could sell it for $650. Yeah. Whatever he could get for it. I believe that was an investment by him to make more money. You know what? That was an investment that didn't go well.
Yeah.
If you start a business and it fails, you don't go ask for your money back because it failed.
Listen, I think Tom Brady waited for that guy to buy the ball, knowing. I mean, he had his tweet already ready, but he hadn't hit post it yet. I think he waited for that ball to be sold. And then he was like, ha, 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 I'll show them. Boom.
I would find a way to sue Tom Brady.
Yeah. Oh, he probably is.
I mean, you deserved it, okay? But if you've got $500,000 to buy a football, you got a little extra coin in your pocket to sue Tom Brady because and say he did it deliberately. So
that's funny. I love it.
That's how it is. But hey, bacon in your mailbox weather forecast for today. We haven't done that yet. So we are looking at periods of clouds and sunshine today, 68, 50, and some clouds tonight, and then cloudy and afternoon thunderstorms. Now, tomorrow afternoon could be interesting. So if you're watching basketball, just be very aware that there is potential of some severe weather out there.
Keep the weather eye to the sky. So that's causing a little havoc on some sports, some plans for some tournaments and games for this weekend. We're having to do a lot of rearranging in our world.
Is it a youth tournament this weekend? Or is it, I know there's college softball this weekend at Sports
football.
Park.
It's 7v7 football, and so they play on turf and natural grass. So they're in their football cleats, and then the next weekend is soccer. So there's some fancy dancing going on out there to make sure we're prepared for both. I know.
I'm glad I'm not dancing with them. As you mentioned the sports, we probably, we should have mentioned this already. I've had it, it's up top of my list, but we just bypassed it when we went in the March Madness.
Yeah.
John Harden.
Yeah.
Sweet 16 tournament today. 1:30, Rupp Arena. Good luck to the Bulldogs.
1:30. Represent.
So, they play Lyon County.
Oh.
They have that. Again, cheering for the Bulldogs. Want them to win. Yep. But how hard is it to cheer against Lyon County that has like 250 students? I
think I know where Lyon County is. It is a beautiful part of the state. It's like it's past Winchester. It's like northeastern Kentucky, kind of, right? Yeah, it is a little place.
Never been there. I mean, you're the tourism person. You are the director of tourism.
I know. I'm the
goddess of tourism
for E-Town, and I know where E-Town is, Greg.
Just like when you go to church back in the day, they would do, you did books of the Bible as a Bible drill. They should do county drills with you guys. You should know where they all are. That
wouldn't be fair to those of us in Kentucky because we have a lot of counties.
We should institute that. There you go. I'll work on that.
Some states are divided by county. Our state, from the tourism world, is divided by regions because we have so many counties. We have to smush our counties together.
Allison Shepard says Western Kentucky. How about that?
Oh, there you go.
So, but 200 and some odd students, and they have not won a regional title since the 1950s.
So this is their championship.
This is big. This is big. So, but I mean, hey, they made the Sweet 16. Enjoy that.
That's what I mean.
Go Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Go John Harding. 1:30 to
Dogs.
tip off for that one. So Kentucky plays tonight. St. Peter's, the Peacocks.
The Peacocks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even the Fighting Peacocks. It's just the Peacocks.
No, not even the stinging peacocks or the, yeah.
Let's talk about that. How do you decide that you're the Peacocks?
Well, I would venture to guess that no one that's involved with that school made that decision, and and they maybe have tried to change it throughout the years, or they completely embrace their peacockness and they love them.
Sorry, childish. The Fighting Peacocks. I mean, can we put that? Well, I guess it's St. Peter's, so you can't put the word fighting in there.
Right.
All right. 7:10 p.m. and then 9:40 tonight. Murray State Racers and the San Francisco Dons.
Dawn?
Don. D-O-N. Dons.
Huh. What is that?
I don't know.
Okay. I was kind of chuckling the other night because I always forget this, that Wyoming's mascot are the Cowboys. And every time I see that, I'm like, well, duh. Yeah. Of course they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Body cockfights are illegal.
Well.
I mean, even if they weren't, if you show up at a cockfight in Eastern Kentucky with a peacock.
Hey.
And
they say, where are you from? And you say St. Peter's. They'll think you're a priest.
Yeah. But that would, look, and we're not if we had a disclaimer down here, again, we talk about anything. If I was into that type of, fighting and you were to show up on a Friday night at a tournament with a peacock.
Yeah.
It'd be like a boy named Sue. That peacock would be tough.
It's true. Like that peacock would walk in and own the joint.
Like Rambo. It would be the Rambo of peacocks.
Absolutely.
If Rambo, Mike Tyson, some big MMA guy all mixed together, that's what it would be.
Strapped on. Absolutely.
Yeah. It would be.
Oh, for sure.
Be pretty good. So, Jay Hobbs just checked in. Say good morning from I-71 Roadshow. Oh, sorry, Jay.
Wow, he's traveling.
Sitting on the interstate.
Oh,
Going to Yale University for a football visit?
nice.
Man, I'm so glad his kids are like his wife.
The question is he sitting still on the interstate because he took an exit because he was hunting some bourbon down somewhere and now he's paying the price, or what?
It is early.
Oh, that's true.
Now, on the way home, that might be the guilty
Yeah, you're
thing.
right. You're right.
That might be the guilty thing. So, are you going to celebrating St. Patrick's Day? We'll go back to that in a second. But I do want to mention some other things that are happening. Shamrock Shuffle tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Fort Knox, the Sam Adams Brew House. That's their first in the MWR's race series they've got.
Awesome.
Fun time. Make sure you check that out. You can find this information at Kentucky'sHeartland.com on the community calendar page. Breakthrough in 2022. This is the Helping Hand of Hope fundraiser. Have you seen that movie Breakthrough?
No, but it's on my list. I promise. Have you? Is it good?
I've not seen the entire thing. I saw bits and pieces of it. So that movie, based on a true story.
Yes.
And they're going to play that movie Friday night, First Christian Church, $5. It's benefit for our friends at Helping Hand of Hope.
Cool.
The crazy thing is the people that this is about, they're there. They're going to do a question and answer session.
Well, listen, that's a wonderful idea.
Starts at 6:30. You can get ticket information at Kentucky'sHeartland.com.
Perfect.
Allegro Dance Theater presenting Aladdin this weekend.
Oh, what a great show.
Tomorrow night at 7, Saturday at 1, and at 7. $5. So good stuff there. And then Grease at the State Theater.
Listen, and then if you really like 7v7 football, there will be 76 teams playing at the sports park this weekend, playing 7v7 football. And it's like a festival. Like the vendor village is out of control. The fan, like it's crazy. And there's college softball, like you said, going on out there this weekend.
If you've never been to one of the bigger tournaments at the sports park and you live here, you owe it to yourself to go over there.
It is fun. You don't have to know a soul plan for it to be a good time.
Because you just walk in, you go, wow, this is just like its own little gypsy city that's set up in here.
Yeah.
I think it's good. And you got to go to different sports. Like I've not been to the football one. I need to probably, I'm not this weekend because.
I will tell you, they roll in with their own barber. Like if you need a cool 7v7 football buzz, they got you.
Really?
Oh, you can buy anything. You can play games. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. And then during the summer, you got the same thing with the baseball nationals.
For sure.
It's
the season.
They had woodworking out there, didn't they? One year, I think.
Yes. I mean, you never know what you're going to find.
Never know. So all that's going on this weekend, and it's always fun to talk about. And I did enjoy talking to the crew at the sports park a couple of weeks ago with an interview.
They're just a great team of folks.
They are, and I hope to do more this summer that we can highlight the events that are going on because we need to know that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And they are, and so were you talking to them about staffing, about job opportunities? Is that what that was about?
One of the topics, yes. Thanks for watching it, by the way.
So I did. I just saw the introduction. I didn't watch the whole thing, but they have gotten a really good response. But if you don't know what you're going to do this summer and you're looking for a job that is super flexible and tons of fun, give them a call.
Yeah. Good stuff. JR says that Lucas is playing in a flag football league out there. And, yeah.
Flag football starts early and they're fun to watch too.
I know. That's why I wish my kids were younger, but then I don't because, I'm almost an empty nester.
Right.
So tying that, playing the Kevin Bacon game. So JR's daughter, who I will not name because we're arch enemies. So no, Morgan is his wife.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Reagan. You don't want to say it 3 times though. That's like Beetlejuice. So don't do that. So I was talking to Gavin the other day. Gavin's home for spring break from UK, and he went to do some job shadowing at East Hardin.
Cool.
And he Miss Lee over there, music teacher, band teacher.
Okay.
So he's job shadowing with her, and he got to conduct. And who is like sitting in the front row? Reagan. And Miss Lee introduces Gavin, and Reagan looks up at him and says, "I hate your dad's show."
Poor Gavin. He was probably like, I'm job shadowing, Reagan.
And she's son shaming. He's job shadowing and she's shunned. It was, he come home and told me that.
She's amazing. And when I always see them together. And so I always call them the Morgan Reagan duo, like the dynamic duo. And so I just call them the Castor duo. Like that's my name for them. Yeah.
It's fun. It's all because of bacon in your mailbox. It's all your fault, Jana. Yeah.
It's all my fault.
Hey, good morning, Terry Owens. She's probably out doing something fabulous. She's probably got her phone up watching this show while she's walking at Saunders Springs. Don't trip or something.
You better bet, Miss Terry. She's got some green on today. She'll play.
Yeah, most definitely. It's probably that army green. She's tough as nails.
We like that green too.
Yeah. JR says that is her mother in her. Yeah. He's spiteful. Yeah. All right. So daylight saving time. Are you pumped that potentially, the Senate voted to get rid of daylight saving time? Yes. We got to wait for the House to say yes and the president to say yes.
But we've been down this road before. This is not new. It has gotten to the federal level before, but it has never gotten passed. So I don't know what's different about this one. And maybe this one has a chance. I'm not sure.
Well, my issue with that is now we got a debate on what we're choosing. I'm not sure I want to spring forward and stay forward.
Why not?
Because if you're a morning person, you don't want to spring forward because that means that it gets daylight later in the morning.
Then you just sleep in.
So I'm taking your let's leave it forward person.
I think if I had to choose, I would definitely choose spring forward.
I'm not 100% committed to it yet.
Yeah.
But I am excited that we do have that opportunity down the road to think about that.
If I had my choice, I would definitely always take my light later in the day as opposed to earlier in the morning.
Yeah, but
sure.
think about in the wintertime. I mean,
Listen,
it's lighter, a little later.
I'm team later.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another question for you. Would you ever live on a cruise ship?
No.
You're not. Okay. I would think you would.
No.
Okay. So there's this guy that, he was a financial guy and then he retired. He has been living on cruise ships for the last 23 years.
Because it's cheaper than his mortgage or whatever?
He just wanted to do something different and he liked it so much. He actually, when he retired, I guess there were 7 different cruise lines that he wanted to test and kind of compare them with each other. So he took 7 straight cruises.
I just can't imagine. And here is why. I'm borderline claustrophobic, and I have a really hard time with not having space. I don't like being closed in. So I would have to have a bed on the outside. Like I would have to sleep on the balcony or on the deck or at the water park or something. Because I don't like those little rooms, little bathrooms, I don't like that.
Jay says, I would say it would depend on the wine supply for Jana.
Jay, you weren't asked. Jay, you should be paying attention to the road.
He ain't wrong though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He ain't wrong.
I don't know if I could live all the time on there because I would make sure if I'm buying that many cruises in a row, hey, you're going to throw me in a better room. You're going to give me a upgrade. I'm going to have a room with a balcony, all that good stuff.
Yeah. A living room, a parlor.
Right. But then you are limited. You're seeing the same show over and over again.
No, I just,
yeah. So. And it takes away, then it becomes like your vacation would be like going to dry land. It just flips stuff.
Your vacation would be camping down at No Land.
Right. You're like, oh, I'm going on vacation. I'm traveling to the campground.
I found an Airbnb in a downtown.
So I'm going to go with that I probably couldn't.
Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah. All right. So do you have your leprechaun joke?
I do.
All right. So you want to
have an introduction for leprechaun jokes in your arsenal?
Not really, but okay.
All right.
Does that work?
Was a little pathetic. Okay. What do leprechauns eat on St. Patrick's Day?
I don't know. What do leprechauns eat on St. Patrick's Day?
Unicorned beef. Yeah, sorry.
Unicorn beef.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Hearty, har.
All right. Well, you know what? Then I'm going to go with mine then. I've got them. You ready for...
Listen, but you've been looking all week. I looked for 5 seconds at the intro of this show.
Well, it's not a competition, Jana, on whose jokes are better. We're not voting on that unless you want to in the comment section, which we know they would vote for you anyway.
Of course. It's okay. I'm not really competitive.
So you know what? These are lame St. Patrick's Day jokes.
Let's hear it.
Because it's easy to have good ones.
I'll see if they make me laugh.
All right.
Go ahead.
I didn't say they would make you laugh. So here you go. Lame St. Patrick's Day joke. Why would you never iron a 4-leaf clover?
I don't know.
Because you shouldn't press your luck.
What? Why?
Because you shouldn't press your luck.
Oh.
Why do people wear shamrocks on St. Patrick's Day?
Why do people wear shamrocks on St. Patrick's Day?
Because real rocks are too heavy.
No, that's kind of funny.
I had the one that I thought you would laugh at. That's not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you borrow money from a leprechaun?
Because they've spent their money on unicorn beef.
No, because they're always a little short.
Don't be mean to leprechauns. They're lucky.
Yeah. You know how the Irish jig got started?
No.
Too much whiskey, not enough restrooms. Think about that Irish jig.
Irish jig.
That is no doubt. We've all done that.
Irish jig.
Like when you're talking
Do
to
you know
somebody.
why? Do you know where the tradition of wearing green on St. Patrick's Day came from? I actually do know this without having to look up on the Google machine.
Where?
Because the folklore, like the deal was that if you wear green, leprechauns can see you and they will bring you luck.
Okay.
I think something like that.
Yeah,
or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you should wear green so the leprechauns can't see. I don't know. Forget it.
You got to own it. If you're going to be wrong, own it anyway.
Yeah, I think it's because leprechauns can see green and you want leprechauns to bring you luck.
Don't finish it with, I don't know, or I think. Just be confident, Jana. It's like using the word considering at the end of the sentence. Don't ever do that. Jana, your hair looks great. Stance. Considering. See, it's the same thing.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So what would you get if you crossed Quasimodo with an Irish football player?
What?
The halfback of Notre Dame.
I was going to say, it's already funny. Oh, goodness.
What happens when a leprechaun falls into a river?
What happens when a leprechaun falls into the river?
He gets wet. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, they all suck, actually.
Yeah.
Do leprechauns get angry?
Notre Dame's pretty funny, though.
Yeah, that was good. I should have ended with that one. Do leprechauns get angry when you make fun of their height?
No.
Yeah, but just a little.
Oh, that's a good one, too. I don't know. I don't like it when you hate on leprechaun size. I'm not comfortable with that. Let's be nice to leprechauns. Leprechauns are people, too.
Oh, so we're going to go into that. You're going to be one. Yeah, you're going to be that person. Okay, well, that's great.
I think it's funny.
Awesome.
I'll play along.
All right, Jay Hobbs, be careful. Stay out of trouble. He's literally sitting on I-71, the fast lane with the car turned off, listening to bad St. Patty's Day jokes. Yeah.
Well, that's the worst. If I'm stuck in traffic, even if I can just creep, I feel better. But when I'm at a complete standstill, I'm very defeated. So, Jay, hang in there, buddy.
But, Jay, the fact is that you're on I-71. Let's look at this as half full. You're on I-71, stuck in traffic, listening to bad St. Patty's Day jokes.
Yeah.
While driving to take your child on a visit to Yale University.
Yeah, life could be worse, right? Wah.
Just for you, Jay. Short, clean, corny jokes, just for you.
There you go.
You ready for this?
Love it.
Why did the old man fall in the well?
Why did the old man fall in the well?
Because he couldn't see that well. Get it?
Oh, he couldn't see that well.
Yeah. The other joke I'd written down was I couldn't figure out why the baseball kept getting larger. Then it hit me.
I was going to say that's got to be a motion joke.
Yeah, so that's it. People say I'm addicted to brake fluid, but I can stop anytime I want. Yeah, and we won't go into. Oh, what happened when the pirate attempted to recite the alphabet?
Are you telling a pirate joke?
I am, because you quit.
What happened when a pirate attempted he got stuck on the letter R?
No, he got lost at sea.
Dang it.
Yeah. That was actually a pretty good one. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, March Madness. Jana didn't pick Kentucky. That's headlines.
Say it again.
I'm calling Jeff DeLacio at the News Enterprise and see if we can do that. Hey, it gets even better. Now his son is looking at him funny. So they're stuck in a traffic jam in an awkward situation.
Mm-hmm. Andrew's good at that, though. They're quite the pair. They'll have a good time. Yeah, good luck.
Jay, you got to get back in time to come watch basketball. That's what it's all about.
I bet he's there for the weekend, but we'll see.
Got to make adjustments. Well, certainly. All right, John Harden, good luck. Lyon County, 1:30. Boys Sweet 16 tournament, Kentucky tonight, 7:10 against the Peacocks. Murray State and San Francisco tonight, too. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Jana.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Never thought we would get a second St. Patrick's Day of this show. Will we make it 3 next year?
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes.
I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller. Right there. That's Jana Clark, community fanatic. And this has been episode 148 of Bacon in Your Mailbox.
Bye, y'all.